audible.
Okay.
Yes, you are
Good
audible.
morning, everyone. We'll start the session. Before we start, I just want to introduce myself quickly, right?
Okay.
So I will be your course instructor. My name is Sasmitha, and I have around 12 plus years of experience, right? Currently, I'm working as assistant general manager in one of the startup in India. It's a fintech startup. It's a very famous one, right? Prior to this, I worked as a staff data scientist, senior data scientist, and like mostly my experience in last 8 years are into data analytics. Prior to that, I was into software engineering. After my master's, I switched to data science. I'm into data science for last 9 years, and around 3.5 years experience I have with software engineering, right? I had completed my master's from Triple IT in machine learning in 2016. Currently, I'm pursuing my PhD, right, in edge computing. So this is my background, and coming back to the teaching experience, I'm into this for last 8 years. I was an instructor in different platforms, and more than 1,000 students, right? I have helped them understand data science, and many of them, after taking the courses, they actually change their career, right? The transition happened. Okay. So this is the background. Coming back to what we're going to cover today, it's a general a kind of awareness webinar, you can say. Lot of buzzwords which is nowadays you can hear, like artificial intelligence, machine learning engineer, ML ops, and then data scientist, data engineer, data analyst. What exactly these roles are, and like what is your background? Are you suitable for applying for those roles? What is the scope? What all are the challenges? If you have any question, anything related to data, you can ask me, right? I'll answer all your queries. And nowadays there is a boom, right? Like everywhere you can see a term called artificial intelligence. So what exactly that mean? And what is the future of this domain, right? So all of these things we will discuss. This is definitely a this is going to be a very good informative session for you, especially people who are not from this background, right? Why this is very difficult? Because it's not only one single role, right? When it comes to software engineering, full stack development, or maybe testing, so it is fixed. But in data, you will have lot of roles. It's very easy to get confused. Which one is what, and what I need to learn to become a data scientist, what I need to learn to become a data engineer, how a machine learning engineer is different than a artificial intelligence engineer, right? Or computer vision, what is that? Nowadays, ML ops is trending. So what is ML ops? Machine learning in machine learning in operation, right? Like DevOps you heard, but now now ChatGPT, generative AI, so a lot of keywords. So my goal of today's session is answering all your doubts, right? Once I take you, please go on mute. So initial few minutes, I will be talking and you will be listening. But once I have completed delivering, right, then I will go on mute and you can ask anything that you want to ask related to data, and I am here to answer you. Career related questions also you can ask. My background is this. Am I suitable? Like, should I apply for it? If I apply, what are the challenges I can face? What are the positive? What is the negative side? I have 10 years of experience. Is it good to switch my career right now? What is the trend? What is the future? So based on my knowledge, I will try to answer all your queries, right? So this is the takeaway for today's session. It's nothing, it's basically to give you a lot of idea about what is going on in the industry. I just want to start with a very simple, instead of me talking, let us see the report and understand. So this is something that I pulled out before the call. And you must have heard about a term called artificial intelligence. You must have heard before also, like 2019, 20, 21. But after this ChatGPT, release of ChatGPT, right? Especially this 2022, 23. Not only you, in fact, you can ask all the non-tech people present in your home, maybe your father, your parents, your maybe children, right? Everyone must have heard this term, artificial intelligence. And this is a worldwide search. starting from 2004 till today. And this is the report. This is the Google trend, right? And you can see the term artificial intelligence, not a new term, it was there, but you can see actually the trend started after this 2015, right? You can see it is upward trend, and after 2021, there is an exponential growth. Like 2015, you can see it is a kind of constant or stationary. If you look at this pattern, the trend is completely stationary. It is not kind of changing at all. Starting with, actually it declined in 2004 and then it declined. Like 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, it remained constant. But in 2015, after this era, it started booming. And I can tell you, in 2000, I told you, right? In 2016, I passed out my MTech, right? It's a full-time course from Triple IT. And my seniors told me there is a paper called machine learning. We have an option in second year to select the specialization subject. So our seniors told us, you should take machine learning. That is mandatory. Like you should take it. It has a great advantage. Once you complete your MTech, you'll get a lot of jobs. So I'm talking about 2014-15, this time, right? When I was doing my master's. Without knowing the importance of machine learning, how it can be helpful to the industry, without knowing anything, I just take, out of 25, like 22 students of my batch, everyone we took machine learning. And honestly saying, it was the most hard subject that we have gone through, because the professor will come and 2-3 slides or maybe 2-3 blackboard, right? Maths, and maths. He'll write, non-linear programming, linear programming, lot of things like linear algebra, matrix, lot of things. Like I was just asking myself why I'm studying all of these things, right? I'm not, is it a mathematics class or what is machine learning exactly? I didn't know. Why? Because they have just told me the theory part, but just give me 1 minute. Just told me the mathematical part, but I never knew machine learning. What is that? How industry can use it, right? But what I'm saying is because I have few publications, right? I started learning and eventually I started exploring. That was my specialized subject, and I built a recommendation engine using K-means clustering on top of another approach, ALS. You will not be able to understand what I'm talking right now, but it's a hybrid approach, you can say. I innovated something, you can say that. And because of that, I got lot of citations. My paper went viral, right? Almost like 100, 200, 300 plus citation. Why? Because this is the time big data and data science was started, like you can see it is starting. And I was not in Bangalore. I did my MTech far away from Bangalore location without even, and that time was not a corona time. Everything was online, right? Sorry, everything was offline. But only through video conference, I got 4 job offers. My package before my MTech was almost like I joined TCS like any other person, and I was a average student. I got like 3.16 package, and then I went for my maternity leave after working in TCS for 2 years. So it did not really got any hike or something. So when I left TCS, it was just 4.16, and this is my turning point of my life. This 2014-15 time, this is the turning point. And after my MTech, I got 5 times more, like almost 15. I think they asked me how much we should offer you. I told them 12, but they offered me 15. Why? It's not me. Anyone who was efficient enough in machine learning and other technology, that is the time. Why I'm saying? Because this is the time when everything started booming. And I'll tell you, when I got a job like data scientist, I myself was so proud because it is not a software engineer, data scientist. So it's a very fancy term. My friend used to ask me what exactly you do, because the term data science itself is very, very new. Like a lot of the people, they don't know, right? What exactly a data scientist will do. And we are here. It's just a span of 5 years, maybe 2016 to 2000, maybe 22. If you take like maybe 5 to 6 years, in a span of 6 years, now we are in a world of ChatGPT where I just need to tell what I want. An entire software engineer can be like 60-70% coding of software engineering can be done using a tool. And this is the journey of AI, right? This is the journey of AI. I have seen it in my eyes, and this is the fact. And it will go even more. And in the next generation, when our kids will be, and this is not my prediction, this is what I have seen in the industry. And what I can understand is engineering is going to be very similar to medical. I have a family where many people are doctors, and I can see how hardworking it is. Not so easy to become a doctor, and right? So, but engineering was easy, right? Anyone like kilo in like kilos they will take from colleges like TCS, Infosys, 200, 300, 500 placement. That era is gone. And you can see this is happening right now, and in another next 5 years. This is the journey of 5 years where 2016 people were not aware of data science. What is that? And in 2022, we have ChatGPT and tools like this. And if you ask me today, based on my observation, based on the way the world is moving towards AI research, in the next 5 years, or maybe when your kids are growing up, engineering will not be easy. There will be no average job. It is always premium job. Means what? People who are very, very highly skilled. Two kind of people only will remain in IT field. Number one, who can develop, innovate, research, and build new algorithms, new tools for the audience to use. And the second category of people is like us, who can update themselves very fast with respect to AI to do their daily task. And we really don't need 10, 15, 20 to be present in any team. Honestly speaking, it's not only AI. Any team does not need 10 people job can be done by 3 people who are smart. Rest 10 people who are average, they will be laid off. So this is the trend. Out of, let's say now there are 15 members in software engineering team. Out of 15 members, maybe 3 or 5 members will be there who are smart enough to do smart work. It's not about hard work now. It's all about smart work. And the rest 10 people who are below average or average performing, they will be laid off. They will be replaced by whom? AI. And this is a hard truth. I know this is painful to listen, but this is the hard truth. I was working with Paytm. I told you, right? So Paytm, you know how profitable it is. Still, Paytm laid off 1,000 people. Why? It's not because company is doing loss. No, I have seen. I'm working here, right? I know the internal revenue generating another. Every quarter by quarter, their profit is double. Like it's profitable. But still, why they're laying off? The project that we are working in Paytm is building tools which can replace business analyst. We are building tools which can be, for example, I'll give you a small example. So you can create we are creating a tool which can just, you load your files, Excel files or CSV files or whatever file, or connect to the database, and you just give the table or anything, any data you provide, and the tool will automatically generate report for you. What report? All the charts, all the, for example, sells Paytm, how Paytm Soundbox, Paytm Soundbox sells report for Haryana. I'll just upload the data, and the bot, or basically the AI tool that we are building, our team is building, will tell you everything. So what is the sell percentage change, YOY growth, right? Competitors analysis, everything it will do. So why they need business analyst? And hence, out of 10 business analysts, they laid off 9 and 1 or 2. And you can see the reason. It's very publicly available. You can go Google and search. What is the reason of layoff? Layoff is AI. And this is not only Paytm. Slowly, you can see Google is also laying up. So entire AI is replacing AI. Not only AI, everything. Why I'm talking you so much? That generation is gone where engineers can sit and relax. This is the generation where you have to upgrade. Either you choose AI. If you're asking me the trending domain, I can tell you 3 things are trending. And this is my prediction. Number 1 is obviously artificial intelligence, which cannot be avoided. Second two is cyber security. Why? You build a lot of things, you build software, you build everything, but who will secure? Data security is a very much concern right now, right? So cyber security is, you can see, you mark my words, in next 5 years, you will see the same trend for cyber security. It will be exponentially high. So if you want to choose a domain today, if you're a fresher or doesn't matter where you are today, if you want to remain in IT for longer terms, either you have to upgrade to AI or you have to upgrade to cyber security. Third thing is hardware. Hardware, you understand one thing. This all artificial intelligence machines, they need a lot of hardware support. How you will train a model, right? I mean, you need a lot of machinery support. And that's why hardware means IoT and edge computing. That is another domain which is kind of booming. Everything now is on cloud, right? But there is a problem. When we are keeping our data on cloud, it is centralized, isn't it? Centralized means what? Even though we are saying AWS is taking care, Azure is taking care, they are companies, they are not, are you getting? It is with Microsoft, it is with Amazon, it is with Google. If you take the top 5 players, Facebook, Twitter, entire universe data is with them. If something happened, let's say one employee leaked, can you imagine how much, like what will happen? And I mean, lot of things can happen. So we are actually, somehow we are giving our data to them. So that is the problem. Now what companies are thinking, and it will also be implemented in next few days or few years. Company will not give their data because data is the new oil, right? Nobody will give their data to another party. They will try to manage it themselves. To manage means what is the problem? Security is a concern. Second thing is algorithm skilled. Now AWS is taking care of everything, auto ML. Even if you don't know machine learning, you can run your code. So those things, edge computing will come to edge instead of cloud. It will come to edge and are you getting for security? So everything this around this area like IoT, edge computing, AI, machine learning, cyber security. These are the domains you should pick today. And if you are not in this, let's say you are in testing field, right? Development is there. I'm not saying software engineering will vanish. Obviously, software is there, means software engineering will be there. But this will happen. Out of 10, 3 will stay, 7 will be removed. If you don't want to switch it, you have two options. In today's world, you have two options. Number one, let's say you are late in your career. Let's say 20 years, 15 years, 18 years, 25 years. In this particular stage, you don't want to switch. In such cases, at least you gain some basic understanding. I'm not telling you should become artificial intelligence engineer, but at least what is going on in the market to update yourself, understand what is AI. And because AI will not spare you, wherever you go, it will follow you. You change your domain, you change your company. If you are in IT, AI will follow you. So without this term, you cannot survive. Even if you don't want to switch your career, just for your knowledge upgrade, you should understand what is AI, number one thing. And number two thing is, if you don't want to switch into AI, you have to be expert. You have to be very, very irreplaceable in your domain. Because if you are average or below average, you will be laid off. If not today, maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow. I have seen many of my brilliant friends who are in testing and other things, they're getting laid off because of these reasons. Number two is, let's say you are in software engineering or some blah blah field and you want to switch into this trending field. Trending field means what? It can be edge computing, IoT, cyber security, or artificial intelligence. If you want to come into this domain, you have to be extremely hardworking because you are not the first one who is trying to come into this domain. Entire universe, you can see the trend. It's not me who is talking. See, here it is 75, 2022 January. We are in 2024 January. It is just a span of 2 years. And the search term, you can see it is exponentially grown. Exponentially grown. And this is the time where ChatGPT came. So you can see why it is growing, why a lot of tools are coming, why a lot of things are happening, because a lot of things, people are interested. People like you, me, we are contributing to the open source projects. We're contributing to AI. Contributing means what? Everyone wants to learn. Everyone wants to upgrade. So you are in a race right now. Are you getting? If you're taking this course or whatever you are learning, you have to be extremely good at it. Otherwise, you are irreplaceable. In your team, you should ask yourself every time, wherever you are, you should ask yourself, am I in top 3? Right? So what will happen is, I don't know about service-based because I don't have much experience there. But in case of product-based company, if the entire product they're scrapping, the entire team is getting scattered, if you're a good performer, at least internal switch can happen. Your manager can refer you and you can get internal switch. So are you in the top 2 or top 3? When there are 10 members whose names are coming first in your manager's mind, is it you, one of them? Top 3, are you one of the top 3? Are you in the top 10%, top 20%? Then your job is secure. If you are not, doesn't matter. Even if you are a data scientist, I am telling you, even if you are an AI engineer today and you are an average AI engineer, you will be replaced. Whatever you are, you should be extraordinarily well. Why? We don't need average people. Average people, ChatGPT can be average people, right? Average employee. We need a person who is expert, who can validate whether ChatGPT code is correct or not, whether ChatGPT is hallucinating or not, whether ChatGPT code is valid or not. Who will justify? An expert. We need an extraordinarily talented person who can. It's like a pilot. So pilot in aircraft, they don't always, like in car we are driving. They are not driving like that, right? It is autopilot mode, auto mode. But if anything happens, if any crash or external factor have affected, they know how to handle it. Exactly same thing. ChatGPT will do everything. You just ask right question, it will do everything for you. Then why we need people to maintain the AI tool? To maintain AI tool, who can maintain a tool? Who are expert, who already did everything. So are you an expert? If you're an average person, then why I should keep you? Because your job can be taken care by AI. So that is the reality of today, right? And people like you, me, we are not in that position that we can create AI tools for the world. No. We are here to follow the trend and understand what is going on and learn. So we are here to use AI for business application. We are here to use AI to solve business problems smartly instead of hard work. Smart work we can do. I'll give you one small example. Your team told you to build something, right? Your data is not like, you cannot use ChatGPT always in production environment because you cannot upload data in ChatGPT. That is production data. And also there is a size limit. Terabytes, petabytes of data you cannot upload, right? What is a smart way? Using machine learning code, you generate fake data, which is very similar to your company data. Upload a small sample of that data to ChatGPT. ChatGPT will give you the entire code. And then you take that code back and then you modify with your data. That's a smart approach. If you have written the code, it would have, now that the race is on time. The race is not on kind of coding anymore. Anyone can code. You can code, I can code. Even your kid can code. Just ask right question, English questions, and you will get the code. It's not about code. It's about strategic thinking. It's about idea. And it's about how fast you can give solution. That is the race. How you can become top 3. I told you, you should try to become top 10% in your team. How? By doing smart work, not hard work. A person who doesn't know how to use AI tool, what they will do? Because they have limited knowledge, they will try to do everything from by their own. When in today's world, you can actually take a lot of tools. You want to do ML ops, a lot of auto ML packages are there. You want to do deployment, you want to, anything that you want to do, you have help today. AI, a lot of AI tools are there. You want to create content, you have a lot of AI tools. Video editing will be done automatically. Switch, translation. You don't want to give your voice, you translate to someone's voice and post your videos. You want to do digital marketing, there are a lot of tools. You want to build websites, just there are drag and drop tools, just tell and you will get it. So are you getting, we are in a world where there are everything is available, but we are so like, we can say like so lazy that we have not upgraded. So we will do the hard way, not the smart way. People who are taking the smart way, they will definitely produce result faster than you, and hence they are the winner. Ultimately what matters is the result. How fast you can deliver, that matters. Nothing else matter. Nothing else matter. No politics, nothing. People say office politics. No, favoritism, everything you can. Those are secondary thing. Delivery matters. In business, delivery matters. Even you can challenge your manager. You can challenge managers to manager, manager's manager. You can challenge to the CEO also of the company. If you are delivering very good delivery, if you're delivering good product, good result, entire team, entire organization, politics will not work here. In quality and work production, ready code, if you can provide politics, you can kill the politics. So what I mean to tell you is the importance of upgrade. This is the era where you can upgrade, right? Now, you must have heard about ChatGPT and lot of tools. I just want to take you through a very basic. And the next thing is you understood the importance. So before starting anything in your life, you should ask why I am learning. What is the scope? If I learn, is it going to be helpful for me? So the first thing that we understood is learning is not an option right now. Learning is mandatory. And if you're not learning in today's world, where the entire world is after AI, definitely you will be laid off. Like you will kill your career in 2-3 years. You will be outdated, completely outdated. So learning is mandatory. It is not an optional thing. You choose what you want to learn, but learning is mandatory, right? This is the one thing that you understood. Now, next thing is what you should learn. You understood that artificial intelligence. I'm not talking about cybersecurity. I'm not talking about other hardware like IoT and all that, because my domain is AI. I am not the right person to guide you about that. But I'll tell you what you can learn in AI. What in AI, right? Okay, you understood AI is booming. Everybody is learning. It is very important. It is a mandatory thing. But what you should learn in AI, that itself is a very confusing question. Artificial intelligence, there is nothing called artificial intelligence, not a subject. That is, many people, they think artificial intelligence means a subject that I can learn. No, it is a very broader term. So if you ask me what is artificial intelligence, there are two terms. One is artificial and one is intelligent. So intelligence means we are ultimate goal. What is ultimate goal? Ultimate goal is how we are intelligent, how human beings are intelligent. Can we make the machine also intelligent like us? Can we create replicas of us? Means what? What we are doing. Can we use machines as our slave? That is the whole goal, right? What is Alexa? What is Google Home? They are helping us, right? So can we give intelligence to the machine? Like how we are intelligent, can we give same level of intelligence? The moment, the day when the machine have the same level of intelligence as human will be a breaking, that is a different kind of world we will be living in, and that is called artificial general intelligence, on which OpenAI is currently working, right? ChatGPT 5, 6, and the next releases, you will see that a new term called artificial general intelligence, AGI. You must have heard about this. So now we are in artificial intelligence. We are going towards this artificial general intelligence. So what do you mean by that? Now AI is lacking in a lot of things, but general intelligence will be very similar to human intelligence. So the whole goal of what we are doing is, can we make the machine intelligent? Now you can ask me 100 of questions, how a machine can be intelligent like us? It's all about, and what is the underlying behind the scene. So if you are asking me what is the subject your kid should focus, according to me, there are only two subjects except language, which will help us for communication. If your kid wants to go for body science, they can go for medical. They can learn like biology and all. If they want to come into engineering, maths. So the whole world is revolving around maths. Everything, entire AI is all about maths. Maths, maths, and maths. And that's what I was talking about, my experience. In fact, when I'm joining now PhD, or you go to any high level universities, you will see all things are maths. Machine learning is math. Python, all the other tools are just the wrapper. It's a higher level thing, right? You can implement those math using a language. But underlying artificial intelligence is nothing but all maths, right? And it's a very broader term. The objective is using anything. You use you use math, you use science, you use physics, whatever you want to use, you use, doesn't matter. Using whatever you want. Can you get that intelligence? That is called AI. AI is a very broad term. Actually, there is no subject called AI. People market. I have seen institutes, they market. artificial intelligence course. There is nothing, I laugh at them because artificial intelligence, there is nothing called like a subject. It's a very broad term, right? Are you getting what I'm saying? Artificial intelligence is a concept. It's not a subject. It's not one subject. 100 of subjects together, it is called artificial intelligence. If you combine lot of things together, maybe it is called artificial intelligence. How can you provide a course on that? No. You can provide courses on the subjects that is included inside this, like machine learning. So machine learning is a branch or it's a part. We have deep learning, right? Then we have something called, let's say we have NLP, natural language processing. If it is text data, you are handling text data. We have to learn a lot of, let's say, soft computing or fuzzy logic, information retrieval. So I'm just writing a lot of things. But using any of this thing or using two or more of these things, whatever you are producing, if that is smart enough or intelligent enough, we call it's an AI application. I'll give you a small example. Let's say you have built a recommendation engine. Recommendation, when you go to Amazon, you will see a lot of recommendation. Users brought together, items brought together, right? Users who brought this also brought this, right? Go to YouTube, songs you might like, Facebook, so friend suggestions, right? So all of these things, they are working in a very simple fundamental math. You don't know what is machine learning, but if I give you one example, you will be surprised how maths can be so helpful in real time. Let's say this is user one, you are user one, and you have purchased apple, you have purchased banana, and you have purchased pineapple. I am user 2. I am user 2. I have purchased apple, I have purchased orange, and I have purchased banana. There is one more user called user 3 who have purchased, let's say, pomegranate. He has purchased papaya, and then he has purchased custard apple. Okay. Now, user 1 is visiting my website again, right? And I have to generate some recommendation to user 1 based on his past purchase history. So what I need to do is I have billions of users in my database. User 1, user 2, user 3, user 4, user 100, user million, user billion. I have billions of users. What I need to do is I need to find the top 5 or top 6 most similar user to user 1. In my case, let's say I'm finding out of user 2 and user 3, which user is the most similar to user 1? Most similar means what? It's a vector. So if I say, if I represent, let's say apple means 1, apple means 1. Let's say I have all the fruits name in the row, in the column, and usernames in the row. So I have how many fruits? I have apple, banana, I have pomegranate, and pineapple, I have custard apple, and then pomegranate. These are the 5 fruits. And let's say user 1. User 1, if the user has purchased that fruit, I will write 1, otherwise 0. So user 1, apple he has purchased, so 1. Banana he has purchased 1. Pomegranate he has purchased 1. Custard apple he has not purchased 0. And pomegranate he has not purchased 0. User 2, he has purchased apple 1. Let's say there is one more fruit called orange 1. Banana 1, this is 0, 0. For user 3, pomegranate is 1. And papaya is 1, right? And custard apple is 1. And this is all 0, 0. So just find the vector distance, right? And you will find 1 and 2 vector, or user 1 and user 2. Apple, banana, pineapple, and apple, orange, banana. Because 2 items are common, they are very similar to each other. So what I need to do? When user 1 is coming, I will recommend orange to user 1 because user 2 is very similar minded as user 1, but user 2 has purchased orange, has given 5-star rating, means user 2 has liked orange. I know user 1 is similar to user 2. So if user 2 is liking something, high probability that user 1 also will like the same thing. So I'll recommend orange to user 1, and user 2, I will recommend pineapple. Why? User 2 has purchased all the things that user 1 has purchased, but user 1 has purchased pineapple, user 2 has not purchased. So this one will be recommended to him, that one will be recommended to this user, and they both are happy, they will buy. There's a high probability that user 1 will buy orange, user 2 will buy pineapple. You think, oh, I can say this is an artificial intelligence model. Actually, what is the behind the scene? It's just a simple vector match. It's just a vector distance. What is that? It's a math. It's called machine learning. So this can be an AI application, all the recommendation engine that we can see. This is called users who brought this also brought that. It's not some true story I'm telling. You go and check in Amazon, you will find this kind of recommendation, right? So this is called artificial intelligence application. Again, recommendation system. To build this, I have to understand vector concept, which is a math concept, so which is coming under machine learning. Another application, ChatGPT. Everyone is using ChatGPT, right? So it's a text analytics project. So NLP, I need to know, that is also AI application. So you understood the concept. Artificial intelligence is not a subject. It's a concept. The concept is when you are making the machine intelligent using maths, right? And now it can be anything. You can use one subject. You can have multiple subjects combined together. When you're building a chart GPT, it's not only NLP. You have to learn about deep learning. You have to learn about NLP. Many things combined together. It is one particular application you are building. And we are calling it AI. Every application is an AI application. So there is no course called AI. I think that is very important. It's a subject. It's a concept. In simple words, in one line, maths. Wherever you go, it is maths. We are not using a lot of maths because it is simplified for us through packages in Python. A lot of languages has a lot of packages, library support. Means what? Already these things are already implemented. I'm just calling the function and using it. But if you want to excel, if you want to be expert, you want to create AI tools for others to use, you want to become a researcher, you have to be very strong in math. Without math, AI is nothing. Entire concept is on maths. When you go for higher studies, masters or PhD, all you will study 1 year, complete 1 year or 2 year, you will study maths, maths and maths. Why? Every algorithm, the behind the scene, it is maths, right? Now, the second thing is, this is one category. What all are the job roles that you can apply for, right? So this is the concept that you understood. You understood why learning is mandatory. Second thing you understood is what is AI? AI is machine is equal. Can a machine have the same intelligence as we? So can we use machine for our daily task? So humans are there for creativity and other things. So we can give time to our family. We can give time to do what we want to do. For emotional things, we can invest our time. We can go on travel. We can teach our kid. We can create bonding. And these all things which are repetitive in nature, like writing code, right? A lot of things which are repetitive in nature, using maths can be automate that. That is the whole objective of this AI. And this will happen in next 10 years or 15 years. You will see even more automation will happen in IT, right? So you understood this. Now, what are the job roles? What are the different job roles that we can apply for, right?
Hello.
Yes, sorry. Right. So this is the whole goal of AI. Now, what are the job roles you can apply for, right? So there are a lot of things. I will take all your question one by one, but before I jump there, I just want to tell you a few things. The first, very basic, I'll start from junior to senior, right? Someone who is fresher, let's say you are in BTech second year, third year, or I mean, very fresher, or you have a very not so great background and you want to start your career in, let's say, data domain. I think the starting point will be business analyst, or you can say data analyst, right? But I'll tell you the pros and cons, the positive and the negative, right? First, let me tell you about the positive thing. So data analyst is the starting point. Why? Because it is easy to learn. And what is the objective? What you will do? What is the role basically? What is the role? Easy and mostly for freshers, I can say, right? If you want to jump into this data field, it's very hard that day one you will get a job like ML ops engineer or data scientist. It's difficult, right? If you don't have that background. So you can enter into this as a business analyst, data analyst, and slowly you can move towards the other roles. So this is easy to get in and is good, very good for freshers. And the role is not predictive analytics. It is called descriptive analytics, or in simplified manner, historical data analysis. So what do you mean by historical data analysis? You're not going to predict anything to understand. I'll talk about that later, but what do you mean by historical data analysis? I have given you one Excel file where you have some, let's say the geography, the area, right? The latitude, longitude, the area, and then the population count. Let's say the GDP growth, right? And geography means the country name, GDP growth, and rest all information are there. This is the Excel file. As a business analyst, can you create a dashboard for me? Can you create a visualization report for me? It can be open source. It can be any BI tools like Power BI, Tableau. You have data stored in SQL. So can you do data cleaning for me, data transformation? You can create basically basic analysis, I can say, right? So historical data analysis, major objective is storyteller. Not only you have to be very good at communication. Means what? In this data, what I can tell you is the country India's GDP growth. These are something called insights. Can you generate insights from your data? India's GDP growth is 5% lower than the last quarter, right? And India's YOY or year-over-year growth, right? YOY growth for population, right, is 20% higher, right? Let's say than the last 2 years, and so on. Let's say the most populous country. So that the mean growth, the median growth, right? Like this. So lot of in terms of a visualization report. So you can have competitors analysis, how China growth is as compared to the last 3 years, or like all of these things, right? So this is something which is called insight generation from the data. And what skill set you need to become a data or business analyst? You need first thing is SQL, because a lot of the time the data will be in tabular format in databases like Oracle or MySQL, maybe sometimes in MongoDB, right? So SQL and NoSQL, because you have to extract data first to build reports out of it. In Tableau or something, you have to connect to the data source. So you should have a basic understanding. This will help you for data collection. So these tools are necessary for data collection. Once you collect the data, then only you will create reports. And as a business analyst, what is the category of data you will be dealing with? There are 3 categories of data. One is structured data. One is structured data means what? Structured data means mostly you will be, so as a business analyst, you will be handling structured data and unstructured data. So what is structured and, semi-structured data? So what is structured and semi-structured data? All the tabular data, right? So tabular data means what? CSV files, Excel files, XML files, right? JSON files. Sometime if it is tabular data like Oracle, RDBMS data, right? All this kind of data you can handle. You cannot handle text data, image data. So that is not a business analyst will be handling, right? So you're getting, so this is data collection. And after that, you need to know about Tableau, you need to know about Power BI, you need to know about maybe Dash, you need to know about Plotly. So what is this? These are all the visualization tools. So basically you should be expert, not only knowing, you should be expert in visualization. Which chart you should use to understand relationship between two variables, which chart you should use. You want to understand the distribution of a column, which chart you should use. So all of this kind of knowledge is very much important. And to become a, and sometimes if you want to deploy, let's say you have created a dashboard, but where you will deploy? Every deployment nowadays is in cloud. Every deployment nowadays is in cloud. So you should have some cloud knowledge for deployment, not expert, but maybe AWS or Azure, how to take your Power BI report and deploy it in AWS, how to take your Power BI report and deploy it in Azure, right? So this kind of basic cloud knowledge is required. So these are the some things, and basic statistics knowledge is definitely required, right? Start and ML, maybe very basic, not all algorithm, but very basic algorithm like regression and all. So these are the skill sets you require to become a business analyst, which is a starting entry point. And the best thing, I'll tell you, the best thing is easy to enter. What is the bad thing? Bad thing is, I believe in next 5 years to 8 years, there will be no business analyst, because this entire role can be taken care by AI. In today's world, it's already there in ChatGPT. If you just dump any Excel file, XML file, you will get everything. Report is generated automatically. But there are some challenges. So few companies, they still business analysts because data security is not handled. Right now, we don't know what ChatGPT is doing with our data. So all company data we cannot upload there, right? So there is a security concern. There are other concerns. So, but what I'm trying to tell you is this is not a difficult task. It is super easy. Hence, if anything which is easy can be taken care by AI. So eventually this role itself will be vanish. Maybe after 10 years, you can see. But in today's world, if you're asking me to start your career, you can start as a business analyst or data analyst. Second thing is something called data engineer. And then I will talk about data or maybe data scientist, right? Because data scientist and business data analyst is like the junior brother. Data scientist is like the elder brother, right? So what do you mean by that? Elder brother means every data scientist is a business analyst or is a data analyst. So whatever a data analyst know, everything a data scientist will be knowing. So data scientist knows Tableau, data scientist know a Power BI or Dash or Plotly to create visualization report. They know SQL, they know NoSQL, they know how to collect data, they know statistics. But along with that, they can do historical data analysis like how a business analyst is doing. But their major important area is predictive analytics. They can not only tell you the historical data, which is already happened, they can project for the future. They can tell you, okay, you know what? This is in India last year as compared to last year, this year 5% growth happened, all past. But here I can tell in 2025, India's population rate is going to be increased by 2%. By 2030, India's GDP will be, let's say, 10 trillion. So these are predictions. This is not today. This is prediction. I'm predicting the future. This is not some joke or some blindly I'm predicting, obviously using maths. So what is the data scientist uniqueness? The uniqueness is machine learning. They know how to find what is machine learning? Finding patterns from data, historical data, and assuming the same pattern will reoccur in the future data, right? So they know machine learning, they know deep learning, right? They know they are not only handling CSV, Excel, or semi-structure structure. You are scientist about data, so understand the role. Scientist means what? Expert. So data, whatever data you give me, I can handle any data. I'm not a business analyst who can handle only structure, semi-structure. I'm a data scientist. You give me text data, I know NLP, I can handle. You give me image data. Let's say you want to build an image classifier. You give me image data. I know a lot of packages. I know a lot of concept. I can handle image data. You can give me video data. I can handle video data. Data is not always CSV, Excel, and table. You are giving a comment in Facebook. That comment tells about your sentiment, whether you are happy or unhappy. Let's say I'm selling some product, I want to understand the sentiment of every person towards my product. So this analysis cannot be done without having a knowledge of NLP, text mining, because data itself is text. All the comments, all the post is on text. So you have to understand, you have to apply maths on text. So you need to know machine learning, deep learning, along with that NLP. So you are an expert. A data scientist must be knowing machine learning, deep learning, NLP, image, and obviously semi-structured. And basically, if I have to tell any type of data, any data you can handle, you are a data scientist. And not only that, you can predict the future. Also, you can analyze the historical data. And there are a lot of things you can learn in data science. So ML, DL, NLP, right? Text mining. If it is a huge volume of data, let's say only 5 GB of data you can handle in one system. In Paytm, for every user, we have 4,000 variable. 4,000. What you have eaten, where you have gone, what is your bureau report, what is your FICO score, what is your this, that, how many days you have not recharged your mobile, right? How many are you getting? So where you have traveled last time, entire history is with them. So 4,000 variable. So you collect like 75 crores Indian record they have. So it's like petabytes of data. Obviously, you cannot handle petabytes of data. Everything in Paytm is in big data. So we are using Spark. So you have to know big data also. I'm a data scientist. I'm working in Paytm. I'm using big data. Maybe tomorrow if I switch to some other company, let's say HP, they might not have such a huge amount of data. So might not use big data. Doesn't matter. But I should know. So machine learning, deep learning, NLP, big data, all of this thing. Along with that, obviously Python is universal everywhere. You should know Python. SQL is universal. You should know SQL. All of these things you should learn. After this too, last thing is, let's say you want to become a data engineer. So this is again a very much trending domain. So these are the major 3 skill set: data analyst, business analyst, data scientist, and data engineer. Who is data engineer? Okay. So data engineer is all the software engineer, they are very interested to come into data. Now they are data engineer. So all the software engineer once upon a time who are not interested for building model, learning, machine learning, deep learning, NLP, because it's so tough, lot of maths, who will go into this, let me become a data engineer. So all the software engineer migrated to data engineer. So what is data engineering means? You are engineer about a data. So you are engineer about a software here, how to handle a software, but here you're an engineer about data. So what is your role? You are responsible to make sure company's data is presentable, is shareable among everyone. And when I'm saying shareable means what? Let's say Facebook. All my product comments are in Facebook, my Facebook account. I have a Facebook. My Facebook has all my comments. Now, is it shareable? Can my data science team work on it? Obviously, no. Somebody has to collect the data from Facebook API, from Twitter, from different platforms, bring it to cloud, securely store, give access whoever wants whatever data, maintain access, remove access, add user, create clusters, manage the cloud platforms, right? All of those things are data engineering tasks. So ETL, extraction, transformation, load. This is the uniqueness. Data scientist will not be efficient enough for extracting, transformation, and load from raw source to presentable format. From the raw source of data pipeline creation, data can be from anywhere. I'll take you again an example of Paytm because it's a very good example. You are using Paytm, so that is called user session data. Let's say every day you log into your any app, whatever time you have spent on that app, which page you have visited, what you have done, where you have clicked, everything is registered. This is a JSON format data. Okay. Now this is present in my app inside the user session environment. I need to write scripts which can pull this and keep it in S3 AWS so that entire team, whoever wants, I can give them access. Second thing is transaction data, UPI transaction data, which is nothing but mostly it's a SQL data, tabular data. This is JSON, this is tabular. Let's say about Paytm, many people has given some bad comment, good comment. So that I can collect from Twitter, from LinkedIn, from everywhere. And this is text data that also I can store somewhere, maybe MongoDB, right? So this is again a pipeline which will collect all the text and store it in MongoDB. This is a pipeline. UPI transaction from SQL, it will store it in tabular data. Let's say MySQL. This is user session will be stored in S3 AWS. So different data source integration, that is called extraction. Transformation means how many records before and after. You need to check, count. You need to check the quality of the data. If a data is very bad quality, missing, all the columns are missing, why you will store that data and why you need to give it to any other team, you can remove. So missing value treatment, sanity check, quality check, and a load, right? Extraction, transformation, and load is your primary job. Apart from that, a lot of things are there. And what you need to know, you have to be very strong enough in cloud computing, any one platform, or maybe one or two, maybe AWS, Azure, everything, all the cloud services like EC2. Let's say you have to know about a lot of services based on your role, right? Whatever the company is, maybe Azure or AWS. Based on that, you should have a good understanding about cloud computing. You should have a very good understanding about different sources like data collection platforms like SQL. You should know NoSQL, right? So all of these things you should know along. Sorry, this is happening. Okay, so sorry, this is some pen problem. So what I mean to tell you is these all things you should know to become a data engineer. So again, let me tell you, data scientist, prediction, data engineering, support data scientist and business analyst, the system on which the platform on which data scientists and data analysts are working to support that platform. We need data engineer and then business analyst. Pay scale. Okay. This is a good thing and bad thing. The good thing is people who are premium, who are very, very talented, or they are in the top 10%, as I said, they will get huge amount. In next generation in India, I have seen my friends are earning in crores. In India, it's not a US package, 80 lakhs, 90 lakhs, right? My level people, like 10 years, 12 years, 15-year experience, data architect, they design the entire data. So they have all, and the more, and there is no restriction. You can replace a data engineer being a data scientist. You should have a full stack knowledge in today's world, and there is no upper boundary. Are you getting? So for every knowledge that you have, you will get paid. If you know only data science knowledge, you don't know deployment. A person knows deployment, he can demand more. Are you getting? It's all about your knowledge versus money in today's world. Money is there. Trust me, money is there. Packages are like unbelievable package you can get. 30%, 40%, 50%. If you're in trending, I have worked with Goldman Sachs. I have worked in General Electric. I have worked in TCS. I have seen many industry. I have worked in startup like Paytm, where I am not from IIT, but I'm from triple IT. I have done my master's there. But all my friends that I have worked in all of these organizations, you have seen Goldman Sachs, the kind of people they hire, right? Everyone is from IIT or IIM. In General Electric also, everyone, all the team members are from IITs and NITs and all that. What I mean to tell you is, even if people are from very good institutes, because this domain is new, honestly telling, people, they don't know much. Coming in top 10%, if you study every day 1 hour or 2 hour, you can be in the top 10%. It is not hard. Why? People are not upgrading. After a certain age, maybe 35, 36, or you are not middle age, people have other responsibilities, don't get time. So they are outdated. So that's what my observation. I was so surprised when I entered these companies. People are from IISc Bangalore. People are from IIT Madras, IIT Mumbai and all that. And they are like average, like a person who is from normal. After working in industry for 7-8 years, everything is same. That is what I absorbed. And my understanding is, a person who is from normal background like me, average background, with hard work, you can easily come into this. Not even hard work, consistency matters. Every day if you study 1 hour, you can be in the top 10%, because that is the reality. Engineers are not upgrading themselves, they're outdated. Many of the time they don't know, right? And there are a lot of demand and supply is not the skilled resource. It's very difficult to get. And if you are in that top 10%, believe me, you cannot believe yourself how much you can earn. I have seen in my case 200% hike I got in GS. When I jumped from Samsung to GS, it was like, I will not reveal my package, but it is 200% hike, right? And that is the reality. And in today's world, I can see my juniors, like college pass out, 30, 40, 50, 2 years, 3 years, 4-year experience, 35, 45, like that, they're getting stock, variable, bonus, everything. You'll be surprised. I am helping US people to, I have seen their interviews, I have seen their job offers and all things. It's not a joke or something. I have seen in my eyes, they're getting minimum 120K. Minimum. If it is a startup with like 2-3 people, in data science, minimum it is 120K. If you are upgrading yourself to ML ops, like data science plus operation, it is minimum 150K, which is around 1.2 crores, something like that. But don't worry about US and India packages, all same, because a lot of things in US is double, triple, 4 times price than India. So US 1.2K is equivalent to India's 35 or 40 kind of, or maybe even lesser than that, right? So what I mean to tell you is, don't worry about money, learn. What is important is learning, and company will run after you. If you are strong enough in AI, you are strong enough in cyber security, not one, not two. Every 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, you can switch company and get 30-40% hike. So there is no upper boundary for these roles. So don't worry, I will not get a job. You learn, you focus on learning. Money will run after you. 60, 70, 80, 90. I have seen people. You must be thinking I'm telling just like that. I'm in this industry, I have worked, and I have seen my friends. We also discuss sometimes when we call, we discuss what is the package and everything. But If you're upgrading, a person who knows data science also knows cloud computing. A person who knows data science also knows DevOps. Obviously, 2% job you are doing. So what is the pain of the company? You can hire, you can get data architect role. One more thing I'll tell you, based on my observation, there is no managerial role. It's not completely management role anymore. It is IC role. Most of the managerial role, it's like 50-60 or 60-80, sorry, 80-20 kind of thing. It's not completely, you will not manage your team like it was happening before, right? It was happening before, but now the trend is towards coding. Everyone has to be contributing, individual contributor. If you are going for senior levels, you have to manage a team, but you have to upgrade yourself. You have to code. If you don't know the latest technology, even if you are a senior person, you cannot generate idea, because idea comes from your knowledge. If you're not, you are unknown what is happening in the world. You can see, people are crazy. Toshiba CEO, he approached just 3-day workshop. They are ready to pay whatever you demand, but 3 days they need to up. Are you getting? CEOs, like, everyone is crazy about AI. They want to know what is happening. Don't have time to upgrade, so quickly whatever they want, they can want to know. So what I mean to tell you is the world is changing. This is the changing time. Even if you don't want to switch your career into AI, this is a subject you should know. Why? Your generation, like the BTech students, you go and check if your nephew or your anyone relative or anyone cousin is in BTech, ask them what all are the specialization they're getting. We were not getting, but they are getting AI specialization, IoT specialization. So they are coming to the market. We have to compete with them. If a fresher knows better than you and ready to work in a lesser pay, why the company will keep you? Ask yourself this question. If a fresher, 2024 pass out, who is very good at AI, very good at IoT, very good at cybersecurity, ready to work for you in 10 lakh per annum package, why the company will pay you 50 lakhs per annum package, and you don't know even the basic things that the fresher know. So you are in that stage, right? So learning is mandatory. It is not an option. Either you learn or you quit, go and do some other thing. If you want to be in IT, you have to learn, right? Okay, that is the thing. But so these are the traditional path. This business analyst, data engineering, these are traditional job roles. What are the next generation job roles? What are the new thing that is booming in the market? So again, the next new set of job roles which are getting created because of a lot of AI tool is something called full stack. Wherever you are, you should be full stack. Means what? This is individual role. Full stack means two roles together. Now a person who, okay, software engineering, you have front-end developer, you have back-end developer, right? Now, what is trending here? Because you have ChatGPT who can write the code, why can't you be a full stack, right? And this is software engineering. So basically, if you have a software, you have to manage. So there is a full stack and then there is DevOps and all that. This is one stack. The problem in today's world is there is a little hype that I feel. Every product, you go and check in internet, every product, every company, whoever, whatever domain, maybe aviation, healthcare, e-commerce, whatever company, everyone is investing in AI. So every product is a AI product in today's world. Every product, most of the product is related to AI. Everyone wants to build some LLM application, something which is related to AI, right? It might not be useful, but they are investing money. So most of the product, when I'm saying software engineering, there is a software. So what I'm trying to tell you is most of the softwares today are AI related. Now, when the software is AI related, we need people who are software engineers, but they know AI. Software engineering and AI both is a person who knows software engineering and AI both. In today's world, he is in the top 1%. If you take total, let's say 10,000 software engineers, let's say 5,000 data scientists. Total is, let's say 15,000. Out of 15,000, maybe 100 people or maybe 20, 30 people will be knowing both because it is challenging, because it is difficult. Software engineering itself is used. AI itself is used. Now, if you know both, you are irreplaceable. Company will run after you. And why someone will not pay you more? Because you are 2-in-1 for, instead of 5 hires, 1-2 hire is enough. It is not difficult. You are not going to learn everything. That is the trick. Now you can say how it is possible. Software engineering, I need to learn front end, back end, DevOps, AI, I have to learn machine learning, dev, lot of things. It is not possible practically. It is possible. And I am one of such. I upgraded myself. I took 2 years of time. I learned myself. I self-learning. And because I'm working in a product-based company, luckily, that privilege I have. Data is our, product is our, deployment is our. We are giving digital. Most of my learning is from General Electric because we are pioneer in digital solution provider, right? So we have everything. Inverters, we are the seller. Data, we have our own data. So from grid, like from IoT sensor data to SCADA to your own. So what I'm trying to tell you is I'm very much lucky to see the end-to-end pipeline, and hence it helped me to become a MLOps. Means what? I am very strong in machine learning, which I already am. For last 8 years, I am working. So I know a lot of things in ML, but this thing is something which was completely lacking. Before 2020, I did not know anything about ops because I'm from ML background. In 2 to 3 years, I have upgraded ML, and I am only searching work from home. You will not believe companies are changing their policy to hire me. Their policy is hybrid, but they are offering work from home because I want it and they want to hire me. Are you getting? So if you are strong enough, you are skilled enough, from anywhere of the world you can work in today's work. It need not be Bangalore, Hyderabad, anywhere in the world you can work. In fact, you can skip and you can go for consultancy, freelancing. So what I mean to tell you is talent or learning is directly proportional to money. If you are talented, there are a lot of jobs that you can get. And now what I'm trying to tell you is why this is possible. You no need to learn everything. Select what you want to learn, what the industry is needing. You cannot be expert in everything. So ML, the things that you really need, maybe algorithms, 10 to 15 algorithm, ops, right? DevOps, you no need to learn 100 of tools. To the point, 3 to 4 tools, which I'm going to maybe share in my ML Ops course, 3 to 4 tools, but in depth. I believe in this. I don't believe in this. This is not going to help you. Many institutes, many instructors will advertise this. This is not going to help you. This is means what? Surface. What is ML Ops? 5 days. What is ML Flow? 2 days. Touching surface and increasing the content is not going to help you. In today's world, the interviews are in depth. If you are telling I know this, let's say I'm telling I know ML Flow, I know Kubernetes, I know Docker. Are you expert? If yes, hired. Even if you know 4 tools, that is fine. You can tell rest tool I will learn if you hire me. But whatever you know, you should know in depth. If you don't know in depth, you will not be hired. So that is the reality of today's generation, right? So ML Ops is something which is trending. This is something which is called full stack ML Ops. What else, right? Cloud architect. So in cloud, there are a lot of things. Basically, you can upgrade yourself. Data engineering plus cloud computing. That is again a very trending role. So these roles related to AI. And third thing is LLM, generative AI related roles. Generative AI. But I think this is little tough because once you have to be expert in AI and then generative AI. So it's purely AI, right? So these are the roles, prompt engineers, generative AI. So these are the new roles which is trending. And you are in this means you are in top 1%. And don't worry about money, right? So you are in top 1%. ML Ops means what? You collect your data. So there are different pages. You first collect your data, right? You clean your data yourself. The data collection and data cleaning, right? You clean your data, you collect your data, you clean your data, you build model. These are the life cycle. Build model means use machine learning, use deep learning, you build your model. Once you have built your model, you deploy your model. This is the part where most of the people, they don't know the data. So what is the problem in ML Ops? ML Ops comes with two terms, ML and Ops. A data scientist like me, who is very strong in ML, doesn't know anything about Ops. A software engineer like many of you, very strong in Ops, they don't know ML. So getting a resource who know both is challenging. Hence, you will be paid more. Is it really that difficult? Honestly speaking, not. If you go in the correct path, if you learn the correct tools, within 4 months, I think you will be efficient. If you are already a software engineer, no need to hide any of your experience. As it is, you can keep. Just learn ML. And you can go to ML Ops.
Voice not audible. Hello.
Yeah. So what I mean to tell you is it's very so end to end is very important. So when you are deploying, what is difficult in ops? You have multiple options, multiple choices. For example, I'll give you a simple thing, right? Deploy. Only deploy where you want to deploy. You have AWS, you have Azure, you have GCP, you have your own server. So where to deploy? You can ask me what I should learn. If I learn AWS 3 months, Azure 3 months, years and years and years, I will keep learning. That's what happening with most of them. So correct tool to choose is a challenge. You have abundance right now, and what to choose, what to pick, what is trending in market, what is, and a person who is not in industry, it's honestly speaking, very difficult for you to train on a MLOps, cloud, right? And AI and all. If you are not in industry, the industry is moving so fast. I have seen a lot of people who just take some courses and they are instructor right now. And what they will give you is, they will not able to give you the trends, what is there, especially for interview preparation, they cannot help you. They themselves don't know what is going on in the market. And if you are not working, after 2 years, 3 years, you will be outdated very easily. 2 years, 3 years, AI is completely changing. So you will be outdated. So what I mean to tell you is what is going on in market. If you pick the top 4, top 5 trending tools in a constructed, in a organized manner, if you learn, in an organized manner, if you learn, within 6 months, you can be expert in, not expert, but at least intermediate level knowledge you will get. And the advantage is intermediate knowledge also, if you get, you can get into ML ops, at least today. Huge demand, very less supply. So these things, the advantage is if you are strong enough, you can easily get into, because not many people know this. It's a new field, right? Okay. So these are the some basic things, and I just want to tell you. Okay, so these are the what we have learned so far. So we understood what is AI, right? We understood the different job roles. What is data engineer? What is data scientist? And what is business analyst? These are the traditional roles. Maybe till 2020, you can say. But after 2020, certain new roles it is coming up based on the AI development happening. And one of such role is ML ops, right? And we have some data engineering plus cloud computing together. So data architect related role, right? I mean, you have very good understanding about engineering as well as cloud computing. So these kind of roles, which are very much trending, what all are these roles? What are the skill set required to get into these roles? Those all things we have understood. Now we have a new, I think every starting from this Monday, means tomorrow, we have a class which is from 8:30 to 9:30, right? And I think after 10 days, it will be moving to 9 to 10. So we have a regular batch going on for ML Ops. I will share you the detailed syllabus, everything, all the tools, everything what I'm going to cover in ML Ops, maybe in tomorrow's session, because it's already late. It will take some 30 minutes, but every tool, and my approach is completely reverse. What is reverse means? From project, we will learn. So we are going entire day one is hands-on only. From day one, it is hands-on. So we are going to learn Python, right? Basic Python and advanced pandas, visualization like Dash. And I can show you in tomorrow's class one of the project current batch people has deployed, right? So the dashboards that we will create completely open source and also using Power BI, we will be learning about Git and GitHub for version control. We'll be learning about ML flow for model tracking and all. We will be learning about Docker for containerizing. We will be learning about AWS, SageMaker, EC2. So a lot of things together. And the cream of this course is ML, machine learning, obviously, right? So we are going to learn everything and deep learning. So everything in this too, we are going to learn in depth. And at the end of this session, there is basically a bonus kind of tutorial to make yourself up to date with the market. There is a generative AI class, maybe not in depth, but at least a basic idea, so that in interview, if somebody is asking you, what is generative AI, what all tools you have explored, what is LLM, all of those kind of questions you can answer, right? So the detail about this curriculum I will explain tomorrow when you join around 8:30 tomorrow, right? We have class at 8:30 to 9:30, but once I think February 1st onwards, it will be 9 to 10 p.m. We have class Monday to Friday. The course duration will be 3 months, approximately 2.5 months to 3 months, right? And it's a very much interactive class. You attend few classes and then you will understand. It's very transparent. All the projects I will show you, not only in this, 1 or 2 projects I will show you. My students has deployed those projects and I can show you the dashboard, how they have created and everything. At the end of this class, you will be creating your own dashboards, your own portfolio. And also there is a job preparation class where I will help you how to write your CV. 80-90% of the time you will be rejected because you don't know how to put all the projects together, right, in your CV in a structured manner. So there is a trick. You should not just like that, right? So how many projects you should write, what kind of experience you need, how many years of experience you can show, right? And like what kind of questions you can expect from the interviewer, what are the normal questions, how to explain. So all of these tricks we will discuss at the end of the class in the interview preparation class. So this is a bundle. So before I was just into data science, but I think any job, you don't trust me, go to Naukri, any job related to data, if you just see, you will see ops is there, means deployment. They might not have written ops, ML ops, but you will see deployment. Model building and model deploy. Deploy word should be there. You search with deploy word, you will see every data role in Naukri today or in LinkedIn, you will see deploy. You should have some knowledge on deployment part. Important. So it's an all-in-one full stack course. Why it is full stack? You are building or as well as you are deploying. So there are a lot of challenges when you deploy. It's not so easy. Cover all of those things in a nice structured manner. All the trending thing we are keeping, right? All the trending tools in every data collection, what is trending, model deployment, which platform is trending. We have AWS Azure, but AWS is trending, right? Are you getting? So like this, it's a very organized course. Maybe I'll talk about that in tomorrow's session. Today you have any question, I will pause now and I'll take your doubts. Any doubt?
Yeah, hi. Hello. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning. So, actually, I wanted to ask, like, I am a software engineer in Java. So, I've heard about this a lot. Little bit idea I have about AI, like what is happening, but how it is good for me being into
Yeah,
Java.
so you are already a engineer, right? Like software engineer means you know a lot of things, how to basically so I will say all the experience that you have, there's a trick. I mean, you no need to hide everything, because a data scientist in today's world, a data scientist has to learn software engineering. Everything is ultimately a software, isn't it?
Software.
Whatever
Yeah,
we're doing in
correct.
a IT, it's ultimately software. So we are
Yeah.
building the product using ML, but that is a product, right? It has to be deployed somewhere, maintained and all that. So it comes with software engineering knowledge. It cannot only data science. You're not doing any academic project. It's not a research work,
Okay.
POC. Ultimately, it's a
Yeah.
product, right? So
Yeah.
whatever knowledge you have, it is very good knowledge, and that is needed, that is required. So I mean, all the version control, all the GitHub knowledge, all the Docker, Kubernetes, all of those things are needed. That is a mandatory
Okay.
thing to learn. Along with that, extra things that you have to learn is ML, machine learning or deep learning.
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Because the product that you're building is on top of these two technology and Python. Now you have to
Okay.
learn few things. You have to add basically. In your experience,
Okay.
few new things you have to add. And let's say you have 10-year experience. So you can split 8 to 2. So 8 years, you show whatever it is like Java and all that, software engineering experience. And because it is the fact, when you apply and you see, when you apply for ML Ops, they'll ask you,
Okay.
how many years of experience in data science? How many years of experience in deploying model? How many years of experience in software engineering? Yes, they ask every subject-wise experience they ask, not total
Okay.
experience. You getting? How
Okay.
many years experience in Python? How many years experience in AWS? How many years experience in SQL? Like this they will ask. So these all are
Okay.
relevant skills. So to answer you, whatever you have, it is not invalid. It is not outdated. It is required in fact. So you have already the software engineering knowledge. Now you have to know the ML side of it. You have to learn the
Okay.
machine learning part of it. Yes.
Okay. And also, like you said, data engineering. So data engineering, I saw like some old video of yours in YouTube. Like, do you have some Spark related uh,
Yes.
anything?
Yeah. So I have taken Azure data engineering batch 3 to 4 batches, right? So I have
Okay.
an entire Azure stack. If you want to take, you can take the recordings from me. ADF, Azure Data Factory, and Databricks, right? So Apache Spark, Kafka. So it's a
Okay.
nice tutorial. So I mean, Spark, I think it's recent, this January only, right? Sorry, this last year. So I can
Okay.
share those recordings if you want, the Spark.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Okay. 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 Actually, I've already like started for the batch. I mean, paid for this batch. So from tomorrow, I'll be joining
Yes, yeah.
this batch. Today's class, I didn't know this is about AI. You will be talking. I thought something boost your productivity, something else you will be talking.
Yeah, I have seen the thing. I told them they changed the title. No problem. So maybe
Yeah.
what we can do is, I have seen the title just 5 minutes before I joined. I thought it will be a gender awareness class,
Yeah.
but when I saw the title, I understood. Okay, anyways, the
I thought you
prompt
will be teaching. I thought you will be teaching that how
yeah,
to
understood.
use ChatGPT.
Yeah, so tomorrow we will do that. It's again a
Okay.
very wonderful, it's going to be a wonderful session. So tomorrow I'll tell you what yeah, so 10 and 20, 10, 15 minutes I will take initially tomorrow to tell you about the ML Ops course content, right? And once we
Okay.
finish that, rest 30, 40 minutes, it's all about
Okay.
prompt engineering. Prompt engineering means what? How to use ChatGPT smartly, right? It's
Okay.
not technical. It's like just to kind of in Google how to write your question in a correct format.
Yeah.
Same way,
Okay.
ChatGPT prompt engineering. Day after tomorrow, if you have some time, I'll talk about the technical details. I directly don't want to jump there. If you really want to understand, and the good thing is I will try my best to make it so simple without knowing a lot of technical jargons. You can understand very easily how ChatGPT is working behind the scene. Any LLM model, not only ChatGPT, but any large language model, what is the architecture behind it, right? So that
Yeah.
we will discuss. And 100% you can understand without knowing any technical thing. In a layman terms, I will explain you with some visuals, with some images, and I'll try my best to explain you what is happening behind the scene, right? So that will give you confidence, right?
Yeah. And one more thing, like so for the practice purpose, like suppose I have a laptop, so but I have virtual machine in that Linux. Linux is better or like Windows is okay? Any-
Now, operating system, whatever you want, you can use. So there is no restriction
Okay.
on that. So whatever is your preference.
Okay. Like I was
Obviously,
using Ubuntu
Linux is
also.
better, but yeah, Linux is better for deployment. But anyway, we are going to cloud, right? So there we will take Linux. EC2 instance
Okay.
will be Linux. Yes.
Yeah, but that will be paid. Like for 1 year only, it's free.
No. If you're going with free tier account, I think, yeah. So we have a trick. We will do everything locally and just like we will deploy it. And once we have deployed, once we have practiced, like you can shut down the machine, right?
Okay,
And
yeah.
later, so whenever you want, you can repeat the process instead of keeping the system on. That will take a lot of money, right? So I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
there are ways you can set threshold also. Whenever, let's say 100
Okay.
rupees only you want to spend. So whenever 100, you cannot, I mean, it will forcefully stop you. There are options. I'll
Okay.
explain you that. So it
Okay.
is cheaper. I will make sure I'll tell you all the things that you can do. But in production environment, if you really want to work in industries, right? The goal of this
Mhm.
course is make you industry ready. In
Yeah, that's
industry,
why.
mostly it is AWS. Yes.
Okay.
So you should know how to deploy in AWS just for your
Okay.
own knowledge. And after that, you shut down the machines. You stop the
Okay.
services, right?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So you can have Linux and Windows both. What's the big deal? You can install VirtualBox
Yeah,
and
yeah. I
inside.
have both. No. I have two operate dual boot. I have created
Yes.
Ubuntu and Windows.
Yeah. So for anything, Ubuntu is obviously better, but yeah. So for
Yeah.
Docker and all that, Ubuntu is better. Yeah.
Yeah. Ubuntu is good. Like visual also, it's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question anyone has? Chetan, Hussein, Hartik, is it like any question you have? Anything you can ask? We are all good?
Yeah, hi, Sasmitha. I'm Jitendra.
Yeah, Jitendra.
Yeah, basically, I'm also from Java background. Like, if you want to learn like AI, do we need to learn Python also? Means like Python is new for us then. Can we make it in Java language?
Unfortunate answer is no, because everything is in Python. So you have to learn Python by any means, right? I mean, if you know Java, Python is nothing. It is the easiest language. Java is much more advanced than Python. So many concepts are same. Only the syntax is different. But the concept is same, like function, loops, object-oriented concepts. So if you are very good programmer in Java, I think Python is not a big deal for you. I mean, within few days you can learn actually. It might be a challenging thing for non-technical people who have never seen programming in their life. For them also, Python is easy because it's the easiest language, right? So for you, I think it's not a big thing. You can upgrade yourself. You don't need me also for Python. Are you getting? Python is super simple. If you know Java, Python is very easy. And other things related to Python, we will learn. So for example, machine learning. So we have sklearn. So that thing I will take care. No worries. Only core Python, like what is a variable, what is a function, how to declare a function, define a function, right? How to declare a variable, loops, if else loop, how to write while loop, for loop, list, tuple, set, dictionary, or data structure. So those things quickly I will give you an overview, right?
You mean to
So
say
that
only you mean to say only core level Python is enough, right? No need to go for advanced Python for this course.
advanced Python I will take care. No problem on that. Core level Python I'm expect, because it is mostly focused on ML ops, and we have a lot of advanced topic to cover. And what I want is, I don't want to fool you teaching Python for 1 month, right? Are you getting? And the cream concept I don't want to touch and then leave. So I want to focus more on the important parts like ML, DL, ML flow, Docker. So these are the difficult part, AWS and all that. Having said that, I don't want to directly start from advanced Python. Many people will feel uncomfortable that they are from different backgrounds. So to balance both, how I have structured the core Python, I will cover everything like list, tuples. I will start from Python installation from that level. The core Python will be little fast, right? And I will share my videos and everything. Anyway, it is with you. You can forward and all that thing you can do, you can explore. But core Python, I'll not spend a lot of time in core Python in simply saying, right? But when we go to advanced means pandas, statistical modules, like machine learning, using Python. So all of those modules, it's new for everyone. So obviously we will go in depth about it. Plotly, Dash, we will create web apps, web apps using that. And these all modules we will spend a lot of times. But core Python, if you're non-technical background, let me know. I will help you on that. But I think you all agree with me, right? Core Python, it is little faster, but other modules are very in-depth. So advanced Python and all that, you don't worry. Everything I'll take care. Core Python, what I'm suggesting you is, because I'm not going to start with Python for your batch. I'm going to start with Git and GitHub. I know many of you already know, many of you don't know, but that is the starting point for your batch. I felt this batch, I assumed many of them already know Git, and I have not taught Git for the current batch, and they're suffering. They don't know. Many of them are actually don't know. So we'll start with Git and GitHub, and after that we'll move to Python. Core Python quickly we will complete, and rest all part we will go very slow. People who are from complete non-technical background take the responsibility of spending some extra hours learning the topics in depth. For example, today I have covered list. You go to LitCode, try some more questions. Are you getting? If you are from non-technical background, go to internet, learn about object-oriented programming, basic concepts. If you're from Java, you no need to do anything, just attend class and relax. You will understand everything. People who are from non-technical background, for them, they have to spend some extra time. Only for Python, rest all topics anyway, it is new for everyone, right? Is it clear? Who are from non-technical background, completely new to Python? Anyone is there like that? So, and we will have a WhatsApp group. You can connect with me one-to-one. If you are facing any difficulty, I will give you a solution. It's all flexible. I am today in DURGASOFT. May God bless me, and always I will be with them. But in case I'm moving somewhere or whatever happening in life, but if you are in my direct touch, wherever I am going, you will be allowed to my batch and free of cost, right? It's not like after 6 months, if you are approaching me, I'll again charge you. No. Many of my students, every batch you will see some of the students are from old batch. They're allowed. They're ready to upgrade themselves. Now MLOps were not there in previous batches. One of the old students, if they're approaching me, is yes, okay, you can join. So those flexibility is there. It's a 2.5 month course, but don't think after 2.5 months there is no, because we have WhatsApp group, we'll be in touch. So just need to ping me and I will give you solution, right? I'll help you to my best.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No problem. So let's say this year you have joined the batch and you tried your best, but you could not understand few topics. Let's say Docker you want to repeat. Just ping me, ma'am, I want to repeat Docker. I'll tell you, okay, Docker will be covered in this batch in this time, and I'll share you link. You can join. Or you can just directly take the recent recording. You can upgrade yourself. So those all things are there. We have WhatsApp group. People post their questions. Others, more than me, others are helping them to debug their errors. They share among themselves the lecture notes, blogs and all. So it's a nice community we have, right? All my students are in WhatsApp group. You can help each other, and it's a lifelong learning. I know MLOps is not a 2 months task. It will take some time for you to understand. Until the time you are expert, I am here to support, right? So that's my promise. You can repeat, you can take recordings, how you want, you can take help. Okay?
Okay.
Fine. So let us connect tomorrow. In our recent batch, we have 30 students. In the recent ongoing MLOps batch, we have 30 students and we have a WhatsApp group. It's such a wonderful group, and anybody, whoever wants little help, in fact, how to install Jupyter, people are helping them, sending tutorials, and if you just post your error message, 10 people will reply. If not me, they will help each other. Are you getting? So this is really nice help you will get. And that WhatsApp group will be there forever after the batch is completed also. Okay. And I'll send you if I have any, I'm not guaranteeing, there is no job guarantee. I don't give false promise. But in case some HR is approaching to me for any job referrals, based on your experience level, if I can post in the WhatsApp group. You can try. I can give the number. You can directly talk to them and you can forward your CV to them. Nothing me. Just if I'm getting any, because I get a lot of calls, I will forward it to you. And based on your requirement, you can directly reach out to them. If they are interested, they can take you based on your CV. Right? Okay. Thank you, everyone. We'll connect tomorrow. And what we are going to discuss, it's all about ChatGPT tomorrow, okay? Because today you joined for ChatGPT. Sorry, I thought it's a general awareness. Later, I just saw the title. But tomorrow I will talk about prompt engineering. So prompt engineering means nothing hi-fi. It's like I will teach you how to ask right question to ChatGPT to get your very accurate answer. How to get very accurate answer from ChatGPT asking smart questions. That is what we are learning. It's prompt engineering and MLOps course content I will discuss.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone. We'll connect tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.